Hey everybody, Adam here, and back to more Cube. So with Vintage Cube being up through the end of the month, I figure I'm going to Cube as long as WotC will let me. So we're going to be doing another Cube stream. We will probably do one more before the month is over, given everything is up again next week. But, yep. So we're back to Cube. So, not too much to say here. The Magic Online Vintage Cube is a collection of some of the most busted and absurd cards in Magic in a draft format. So if you are not familiar with Vintage Cube, I'm sorry. I feel like you've lived under a rock, but I'm here for you, and I highly recommend it. For the longest time, before I started streaming, I guess, Vintage Cube was the primary reason I maintained a Magic Online account, and every time the Vintage Cube was live, I was playing. So, super recommend. But, yeah, without any further ado, let's get in and, let's do some cubing. I do appreciate everyone joining tonight. Plenty of ways you could choose to spend your Tuesday evening. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend it with me. Ooh, Emrakul? Ponder? This is nuts. So we can take Emrakul and try to go for like a sneak attack, show and tell, whatever deck. Hope to wheel Ponder or Baral or like, I don't know. Revoker always fine. Take Thousand Year Storm, that's okay. We could plant our foot into green deck early and take Crater Hoof, but if that doesn't work out, then we're in trouble. Stoneforge Mystic is fine. I mean, Big Greed Mode me wants to take Emrakul. I think taking Crater Hoof is probably correct. We're gonna take Crater Hoof. Augur of Autumn seems fine. Endurance is gas, actually. I like that better than I like Augur. This is gonna shut down the like Welder and other garbage decks. I would also take Augur of Autumn. Uro is fine here. Battle Ball also super reasonable. We got a lot of picks here. I think the one I want is Endurance. No, I think the one I want is actually Augur of Autumn. Yo, like Huntmaster is gas, right? Yeah, like, Huntmaster hot fire, but, like, comparatively in the cube, I think that there are better things you could be doing. Like, this is nuts. I'm gonna take the Augur of Autumn. Get fed Survival of the Fittest. Monsters. Loam is okay. We would take that. We would also take O-Ring or Animate Dead. Tameo is probably also playable in Green X, but we're taking Survival. This card is busted. Noble Hierarch is an easy pick. Fink's also good. Would consider Chromox. Reanimate is like fine. Lightsteel is actually good. So the biggest question here is, what is our splash color? I've played the green deck enough in various iterations of the Vintage Cube to know that like mono green is almost never correct. You usually want a splash color, and the best ones are usually blue. Hello, Avenger Zendikar, how are you? The best ones are usually blue, white, and black. The red splash is almost never worth it. Yeah, you're the Jeskai one. Eureka is fine. Would take Ulamog. I think Avenger is better. I think Avenger Zendikar is better than Ulamog. So, as such, I'm going to take Avenger Zendikar. So, the biggest thing we're going to want is Mana Dorks. We've got a very good one here, and this one lets us splash 2 of the 3 best splash colors for this deck. want this Terastodon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3 of these wheel? 3 of these wheel, it's probably Bone Shards, Selfless Spirit, and then either Avalanche Riders or Arbor Elf, and I'm not sure which. As such, I think I'm taking Terastodon. We're gonna have all of our top end in pack 1. This is gas. And it's funny, so like, some people get really worried about taking all their top end in pack 1. I am not. Because that just means that you get to take all the cool stuff. Zenith. Zenith, Zenith, Zenith. I have no idea how this got passed to us. So the thing is that if we take all of this now, I think the answer is Kogla. This is also good. I think the answer here is Kogla, but yeah. So if we take all the top end now, then we just get to take like Mana Fixing and Dorks later. I don't hate Bloodchief's Thirst. I don't hate Phantomage. Escape is fine. I can be talked into Loam here. I think I want Loam. Take Kitchen Finks, that's pretty easy. I'm getting past Eureka. Huh. I need the Dork. So once upon a time, this card got cut from the cube because people thought it was a trap. And people kept complaining to Wizards about the bad beats that they had playing Eureka in Cube. And so Wizards examined win rates of cube decks containing Eureka, and the win rates were actually pretty low. But I think the problem is that like people weren't like when you get Eureka, all of a sudden you just need to be the biggest, most busted deck in the room. Speaking of, Utopia Sprawl, good. Grim Monolith, fine. Wormcoil Engine, good. This is also Hot Fire, and we already have light blues. We can already start looking at Blue Splash. Opposition is dumb and busted. I think, however, I want to go in on Utopia Sprawl. This is also good. I think I can probably actually take this Wormcoil Engine. I think Utopia Sprawl wheels. Dragdad. This almost 100% wheels. And if we want to play Oath, we can shift gears. I have no reason to splash red at this point in time. This is fine. Lucanos. Crop Rotation is decent. I haven't seen any good lands yet that I really need. Overgrown Tomb is fine. I also don't hate this relic. I think I'm just gonna take Pelucranos though. The hardest part in the green deck is you have to decide when you need to take gas and when you don't. Because the thing is that like a lot of these more mid-rangey green idiots, people will people will play in like not the green deck. They'll just play some like mid-range Bant or like Sultai mid-range pile, and like this is good enough. But being the green deck, you need a density of this stuff. bird. This is an easy bird. Reclaimer also good. But I think I want bird more, and I don't want to risk losing it. Sylvan Library, very good. Waterlogged Grove, fine. I think I'm going to take the Sylvan Library here. This Grist is also gas. This is a card worth considering. I think I'm more interested in Sylvan Library, but I do think that Grist is a conversation worth having. Grist is technically a removal spell that doesn't feel bad in the matchups where removal is bad. Hermit. Birthing Pod? I would need more idiots. At like 2? 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. 7. I think Pod wheels here. No one has planted their flag anywhere close to bringing a Birthing Pod deck. I might regret that. This is way late for Rafellos. Okay. I think we're Devoted Druiding here. At some point we need to see a Cradle. We do get our Utopia Sprawl back, which I'll take. Side note, what's important here is this is actually like just another big dumb. This is okay, but not amazing. I'm willing to look at Stomping Ground. If we saw something like a Dragon Lord Atarka. Not particularly, actually. I think that Devoted Druid has more upside, because if we do wheel, if we find the other half of the combo, and I believe that the other half of the combo is in the cube. I mean, I'll take a Jite. Like, I shouldn't have this. This card should be gone. But, like, okay. I'll take Lotus Petal. Ravages of War is also viable here, by the way, in case anyone was curious. You can absolutely... In fact, I think I'm going to take Ravages. I think Ravages is better than Petal. This lets you bully the ever-loving hell out of control. I'll Aura Shards. I don't want O-Stone. I don't think Loam is a card we're going to play. Library of Alexandria. Bazaar of Natural Order. Wow, that was hard. Dryad, also good, actually. Dryad makes us able to consider more of these splash colors. Temple Garden is also totally fine. But I'm taking Natural Order here. It's not close. Heartbeat is fine. That's not what we're here to do, but it's okay. Razor Ridge Thicket is fine. What is in our sideboard? Ravages, Aura Shards. I'll take a Razor Ridge Thicket. Titan. Easy money. This is okay. I would consider this stage. This is fine and castable, like, pretty easily. Beyond that, I don't see anything else. I think Titan's the vibe. Whisperwood Elemental, very good. Wall of Roots. I think we need the Dork. I think I'm going to take Wall of Roots. There's a good chance that Whisperwood wheels. Bees! Hornet Queen, good. Again, I want the Dork. I probably don't end up playing this Utopia Sprawl, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, so the landfall for Avenger is, like, actually pretty minimal. Like, that is the card that cares about landfall, and everything else in our deck just doesn't. And this is how we want to ramp. At some point, we have to hit, like, it blows my mind that we have not seen Nykthos, Gaia's Cradle, or I think that the dumb elf that's a Gaia's Cradle is also in this format. So, like, all of our acceleration is, it's like on a 1-to-1 basis, which is fine, but not really, like, primo life. Garrick Relentless, get in. I want it. Landwar Elves, Lingering Souls. I'll take a Dork. I think we're gonna take crop rotation out. We just didn't find anything that does the thing. There's nothing worth rotating for. I think I'm gonna cut Eureka. We can do better. It's 26. Toski's rad. This is actually kind of insane. Let's cut Utopia Sprawl. Good night. I don't really have room to play more, like, weird mid-range threats, so I just don't think I'm going to. I'm gonna play Trigendus. I have Natural Order, I have Green Sun Zenith. Like, there are gonna be situations where I can just put this idiot into play and my opponent gets real sad. I get Thespian Stage for free, that feels good. I'm not sure if Channel is or isn't, to be honest with you. What do you do? You're, like, fine? Specialist is a card we would play. Yeah, I'm not sure if Channel is or isn't still around. None of these are good. I have no idea how that Metalworker was here so late. This is 26 cards. This is too many cards. I want all my dorks. We actually have a pod curve, which I'm pretty jazzed about. I'm gonna cut Wormcoil Engine because I think we can do better. I think I can cut Kogla. This is a sideboard threat, I think. Because casting it main would be difficult. Difficult pronounced impossible. It's 24. That's 16 lands. I have plenty of white sources. I don't need this. I just want basic forest. This Phantom Image we can board in another basic if we want it. So the question I have to ask myself is, like, do I want Kogla, Progenitus, or Wormcoil Engine over some other threat in my deck? I think that the answer is no. I have a lot of idiots. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. We can have conversations about boarding into like Ravages and Progenitus and stuff like that in the control matchups. Because if this shows up, they just lose. Not having Shepherd here feels sad. Shepherd feels like something we could absolutely bully our opponent with. If all of our dumb green garbage resolves, like all the time forever, I think we're in pretty good shape. I am upset that we don't have a Gaia's Cradle or a Nykthos. That is mildly frustrating. So, how do you read Augur Bottom? 3 or more different powers. Cast creature. Yes. Okay. Good. You read the way I thought you did. I would be more in on Progenitus main if we had set ourselves in a situation where we also had taken Dryad. Because if we have the option to Green Sun Zenith for Dryad, and then just like cast a Progenitus, that feels very good. Also, in a mirror, this is gonna be disgusting. If we just like strap this to like a Thragtusk, our opponent is gonna be so violently upset. All right, so I need some real big energy in chat. This needs to be our 3-0. We just need to shut it out here. Hey. Again, I do appreciate everyone joining tonight. Plenty of ways you could choose to be spending your Tuesday evening. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend it with me. For those of you who are new to the channel, hello, welcome. My name is Adam from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Tonight we are playing some Vintage Cube. Specifically, Mono Green Asterisk? Asterisk being the beauty of the green deck is that, like, most of our sideboard is probably something we could opt to play at any given time if we wanted to. This is a card that we have no reason to play. This is probably not happening. Most of the other cards are actually on the table. We won the die roll. I will keep this. Okay. We're just gonna use Sylvan Library to find lands. This is the line we've come to. Sylvan Library is land tax. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. Mystical Tutor, sure. For Time Walk, that's fine. Okay. So we're like 100% blocking the Satoru Umezawa. Okay, they're taking 2 turns. This is truly unfortunate. I guess this is the turn where I don't care about blocking Satoru. Show me your, like, Blightsteel Colossus or whatever. That'll do. Okay. So, what are we doing here? I don't hate enough Phantom Image. Ravages also seems like super reasonable here. I think that Progenitus is stone cold unbeatable. You're a non-creature thing, right? Yep. I think we can do better than that. I'll have a conversation about Jite. What else do I not care about here? I think we can do better than a Thragtusk most of the time. This Elvish Mystic, Wall of Roots, Raphaelos. Like, we get to go pretty ham pretty quickly. We just need a payoff. Crypt Breaker, sure. Dees. Wall of Roots. Opponent cast DT. Yup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one's pretty good, not gonna lie to you. Survival. We can activate now. Discard Progenitus, get a 3-drop. That's what we call value, friends. I would be able to play this, if only. Opponent DT'd for something they think is good. I'm not interested. I'll take one. Lotus, sure. Okay. What's our line here? I'll grab a Toski. Okay. Sure. Opponent's gonna loot here. Get rid of Shallow Grave? Excuse me? Okay. Okay. Do I have a way to stop this sneak attack? That's the question here. Like Terastodon or something, but we're a ways off that. You have to, it has to deal damage, right? Combat damage to a player? Yeah, okay. So this is Jam Toski. On tap. Gem, Elf, Sigo. Okay. I think we can actually beat this. They hit the Progenitus, they hit Gargaroth, they hit Primetime, they hit Terastodon, they hit most of our bombs. Okay. JVP, sure. Thespian Stage. I will attack with both. One of these will connect. Are they shallow graving Ulamog? Sure are. Big yikes. Yeah, Ravages would have been very good there, actually. I think I figured opponent was more of a control deck than they were. That's unfortunate. I think that if I had known opponent could go bigger and more busted, I think I would have tried to do the same. Just try to race each other. Yeah, we're in. Keep. Yup. Sure. Yup. I get my Arbor Elf, which is a little unfortunate, but like, it kind of is what it is, I suppose. That's a Hex Mage. I don't think we're racing this Liliana. There's our Toski, which they have covered multiple ways. So like I want to draw like Thragtusk or something here. That ain't it, but like, okay. Duress me into the natural order? Yikes. So opponent wants to keep the Lily around. Razor Verge Thicket, not the land we were looking for there. Not at all. Pop Lily. Start making zombies. Okay. I will use Primeval Titan's ability. I will grab Stomping Ground, Temple Garden. I will not pay for either. Preordain, yup. We're trying to race a Lily Emblem here, which is not exactly the life we want to be living. Opponent having Ritual into Lily on turn 1 was about the worst thing that could have happened to us. They're going to reanimate our Toski. What a wild and crazy party we've come down. I mean, yeah. I'm priced into blocking a zombie there because it means they get less zombies in the future. I don't actually need this mana for any particular reason. Yes, please. This is good for me. I'm not 100% sure why opponent blocked and saved that Lily. I think they were in better shape if they did not do that. That's good. I'm gonna make a bonus 3/3. They're trying to overwhelm with zombies here. 5 damage. We're like very, very dead. All the opponent has to do is attack. Yes. I mean, it was pretty clear cut what opponent needed to do there, but I wasn't sure the way the opponent was playing, to be honest. So I will take Ravages. I will take... Nope. I want this Progenitus. I don't want Forge Master. That seems bad. I could also just try to Turbo Eureka here. I think that my hand is better if I Turbo Eureka. But I'm not sure of that. So again, Thragdad seems pretty questionable. It would have been good that game exactly, but I don't know beyond that. I think I have to expect that I'm not going to have the stuff for Crater Hoof and just, like, try to play a different game. Keep. Turn 1 Arbor Elf. Okay. Life has gotten hard. This survival is very good. What am I about right now? Next turn I have 1, 2, 3. Going an Augur of Autumn? That one's also good, not gonna lie to you. Okay. Quite bold of opponent to still have that card in their deck. This is a land. This is Razor Birch Thicket. I wanted Green Suns to shuffle. I mean, yeah. Okay, so opponent has stage. One, two, three. That doesn't work like I thought it did. Elder Gargaroth here actually very good. Attacking with Kitchen Finks here is actually free. If they block, I just gain more life. Please block. Boo! Opponent is casting Entomb. Nice. Opponent Entombs for Progenitus. This is funny to me because I have done this same thing before. So this is Infernal Grasp on Gargaroth. Okay. This is truly unfortunate. Sylvan Library is about the worst thing that could be on top of our deck right now. We have no way to make it not bad. I don't have a way to sack this. I could play the Temple Garden tapped. I would not. Gross. Well, this is shaping up to be pretty bad. And I think this is actually part of what I was kind of talking about, right? Is that this deck really wants to splash, and we didn't find the right cards to splash in the right amount of time. So, like, I would be splashing, like, white removal. If I had already had all of the dorks, I would have considered taking the opposition, because the opposition beats Merit Lich there, like, 100% of the time. Alternatively, black for, like, Edict effects and other mid-range stuff can do the job. I'm gonna ship this Avenger. The reason to play Elvish Mystic here specifically is because we want to play towards Argorod and being good. I'm gonna jam this Augur. Boo. So now our line here, shocking. Oh, we're not shocking in Steam Vents. Here's a Signet. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. We'll just make our 6/6 and try to beat down quick. Resolves. They're gonna wipe this garbage. I need opponents to tap out and it to not kill his Birds of Paradise. Yeah, that resolves. No Force of Will, no Daze. Now you can even have Daze, I don't care. Alright. Gargaroth. This is Gargaroth to start drawing cards and doing garbage. Back fade and results. Seasoned Pyromancer, sure. I will draw a card. Opponent has traded their board for exactly Gargaroth. That feels good for me. That's messed up. I see now why they were they were pretty into Gargaroth not existing anymore. It's a Narset, sure. This is messed up. I have literally no idea why. Okay. Yeah, opponent should have absolutely activated this beforehand, but okay. Weird. We just mill like 2 every turn now until we find nothing but castable idiots. I will just concede a Time Warp here. We're not actually dead, but we're dead enough. Okay. Once again, Progenitus, get in. Ravages, get in. I think I even want Phantomage here. And in this circumstance, what do I not want? Lucranos seems fine. Toski seems less good. I think going all in for a Crater Hoof attack seems questionable. This is going to copy enough Bitter Idiots that I think we're okay. As such, I think we can cut Sylvan Library. There's going to be enough of the time where like we slam Sylvan, opponent slams Narset, and we're just upset. Sure. That smelled strongly of like Miscalc Mana Leak style cards, and we can play around them here, so we will. Odd. I don't have a 4-drop. Okay. My 4-drop is in my hand. Okay. Signet, yup. That's sneak attack. Okay. 7, 8. Thragdead here gets us into Titan. Sure. Okay. Five, 6, 5, 6, 7. And we can pod Beast token away into a 1-drop, like Noble. This guarantees next turn we have Terastodon to smash Sneak Attack. I don't care if they have a 3/3. Oh, didn't think about that. Yep. Yeah. Now they have double Fury. That's Narset. Sure, sure, sure. Oh, we're getting bullied. Yikes. We have no way to cast this Phantom Image. If we did, we'd probably win the game. In fact, I don't think we have a way to cast this Phantom Image left in our deck. Definitely should have put an island in. Gonna get punished for it now. This is good. This is good. Six, 12, 16 damage. Pretty likely we just die here. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yikes. Well, there's a spectacular 0-3. Oof. Yeah, no, that was not close. We got supremely bullied. Very, very good. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Wow. So, and I kind of talked about this earlier, this deck, playing the green deck in Cube, you really want a splash color. And you can kind of go over what we actually played here. My previous deck. So this is what we were actually playing. And the thing is that, like, we could splash most of this. But the thing is, we didn't really have any removal spells, which was huge. And there were a couple that I could have taken. I think we saw, like, Blood Chief's Ascension and Oblivion Ring, I think. But not really the stuff we were looking for. And then, on top of that, we pushed into Goldspan Dragon, which we just weren't set up for. This is the big punish where I should have taken the Endurance that I didn't take. I opted instead. I was like, Endurance might wheel. I should take, like, I think I took this Augur of Autumn. And that ended up being incorrect. Like, we just should have taken Endurance. So, thank you everyone again for joining. I really appreciate it. I will see you again on Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be playing some more Borderlands 3, so drop by, hang out on Thursday. It'll be dope. Matt, thank you for joining. Great to see you again. In the meantime, you all have a great one. Cheers. We'll see you Thursday.